the shop. We got to put tracks on the new unit, the new wheeler that you've seen us using in the woods all summer. We have to put tracks on that because if the snow gets deep, like a foot deep, we can't get on the mountain. So we have this track kit system I ordered so we can swap from one machine to another. So we're going to be putting that on in this video. So I'll show you kind of what we got going on. So that four-wheeler over there, we never really designed, when we bought that four-wheeler, we weren't thinking about putting tracks on. Didn't really even know about tracks at that point. So we bought a set of tracks for that machine. Being that it's non-power steering, impossible to steer that thing. Even without snow, it's hard to steer. So long story short, I bought a aftermarket power steering kit for it last year, put that on there, third time up in the woods, I snapped the gear right in half. So bought a different four-wheeler that has power steering already on it. So we're gonna take the tracks off this manual and put it on the electric, and things are gonna get a whole lot better for us. So here we go. So I'm just unboxing the parts here. Looks like a pretty simple system. I've actually never put one of these together before. When we had the tracks put on that, we had the shop do it, but they charge a lot of money to do it, and it can't be that hard to put one on. So looks like we got the front bracket assemblies right here. There's two of them. We got the springs, got two of those, and we also got the rear bracket assemblies in here. So I'm gonna get these out of the plastic, kind of get everything lined up here in order, and then got to take a look at this and see where they got to go, how they got them out. I see I got all the hardware here too, so there's not a lot of hardware, so I don't think it's going to be that bad. We'll see how it is. Oh, there's definitely more hardware. I figured there had to be more hardware. There's some more right there. Right now, I'm going to get the other four-wheeler up off the ground, take the tires off it, scan these directions quick, and see where to start. All right, so I took a look at the directions quick. It doesn't look like it's gonna be that hard. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jack this one up and get the tires off it, and then I'm gonna go over to that one with the tracks on and see how or what I gotta do to get those brackets and all that off. I took the front two tires off. This is going to be time consuming. There's guards on there, plastic guards, this, that, a bunch of stuff that's got to come off. So let me dive into this a little bit. We'll see where we're at here. All right, so I got one bracket on, the front bracket, the top and bottom is bolted up there, just kind of finger tight. Wasn't too bad, so we'll jump over and do the other side. All right, so moving right along. It's actually going pretty sweet. It's a pretty sweet kit, pretty straightforward. So I got both tracks off the other machine. I got one mounted and I'm about ready to mount the other one right now, so I'll show you. Wheels back on that one. Here's the other track right here. It's just sitting here. I thought they'd be heavy, but they're really not even that heavy. So I got that one ready to go. I just got to pick it up here and mount it on that hub. So then I'll tackle those back ones right there. Those ones look like they're going to be a little more sophisticated. So, because we're going from a solid rear axle, a straight axle across, to this independent rear suspension on this one. So, I don't know what they, how that mounts up. The other one, I could go off from that one because I saw the front was mounted, but the rear, I think, hopefully the directions are pretty good. They don't look great, but I should be able to figure it out. So, got 3 out of the 4 on. Got to do some adjustments, but I'll show you what we got going on right now. We're going to take the mounting hardware off this last track. So this is the hardware that came to mount it to the straight axle. So all this has to come off, that whole aluminum bracket, and then I have to mount a different one onto it. So we'll pull that off quick. It's just a bunch of bolts. That comes off pretty quick. Throw it right next to the other one. There's a backing plate that goes on the back side of this that falls out. Get it out of there with my finger. That guy right there. So those bolts go through them holes and then they they grab them threaded nuts on the backside, but we don't need that. So there's that. This here gets replaced with another bolt, which is right here. Already got it out, ready to go. This little guy goes back in, and then it gets a dust cap put back over it so no mud and dirt get in there. What are you doing, huh? Huh? So, you come out to see me, huh? Then we'll throw this dust cover back over that hole so nothing gets in it. Come on, Bub. This is Duke. Huh? Yes, Bubby. Watch up, Bubby. This is the new bracket. And this is what attaches the spring on. So we'll put this on quick. This gets a different backing plate right here with these 2 bolts. So you got to reach in behind here with this one. Get some bolts started. That's another different size. That's a 16 millimeter, which is this one right here. All right, so those are on there. So now we'll have to stand that back up. We'll put the spring on. So this rod has to go in here like this with the spring and the bolt. This allows you to tighten this up, adjust the tension, and get it aligned when you get it all on there, which I got to do that yet. But so this will go on here like this, right in here. A spring on the back side with this bolt, tension bolt. So this jam nut right here, loosened that up already so we can adjust this eye to, I think it's called a heim. So we'll adjust that heim to be able to fit that bolt. So this heim right here gets bolted up to this. But the hardest part is getting the hub. It took me an hour to get that other hub to line up with the studs here on the shaft. So that's the hardest part. Once you get that lined up, it's pretty simple. So we'll get this over in here like this. And now we're going to fight with it for a few minutes. Time to fight it. Oh yeah. All right, I got it. Finally. This shovel works real good for picking up on this track to try to get it to line up with the studs and the hub. This side went a little bit faster than the other side. Probably took me 20 minutes to get them all. It's tough to line them up because there's multiple holes in that ring. It's like a universal ring because it depends on what size hubs you got. Multiple style hubs. All right, impact gun will tighten that up. I'm not exactly sure what size that is. They're probably different size too. 17 millimeter.
Dude, come here. Sit.
Hey, Bobby. Hey, Bob. Get that one out. That's gonna be tricky. Those are tight, and we just got to do the spring tensioner down underneath, which I had everything right here for. So it gets 2 spacers, a lock nut, and a washer. So I probably can set this down now. There we go. We'll get this jack out of the way. So right here, this heim joint right here gets put in this bolt.
You can't really
See it down
see
right there?
anything, really.
No. Which I think I got to lengthen it a little bit. I think I shortened it up too much. Let me back that out a little bit. So they have a jam nut right here, or if you back this out, then you can lengthen the heim to reach the bolt. So, fully adjustable. I got to do some measurements and get these 2 tight. We'll tighten up those 2, and this baby's ready to roll. So we'll come back in here in the morning and we'll make those adjustments. We'll be good to go. I'm back out here this morning. I did good yesterday. Last night I finished it up about 7, 8 o'clock. So All I have left to do this morning is torque these rear springs and front springs to 30 foot-pounds of torque. That's what it's calling for in the manual on the spec sheet. So we're gonna torque these up quick, and then we'll be able to take this baby out for a test run. Got my torque wrench right here. Got it set to 30 foot-pounds of torque. So basically we got this one right here, and that one over there, and up front. One on each side. And that's what will keep your tracks from flipping, so it's kind of important. So we'll torque these quick. I got all the springs torqued down to 30 foot-pounds, so we'll do a walk around. I think it's set to go, so I think the only thing left there is to do is take it out for a spin. We actually got some snow. Only thing is, it's like 2 below zero this morning, so I'm gonna go out. It's gonna be a quick trip and right back in the shop, but I'll show you finished product. There they are. Ready to go. Front ones weren't bad. The front ones were pretty easy actually, but the back ones were a little more difficult because I had to get that hub. These right here, these hubs, these are the studs right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's multiple patterns, so I had to get that lined up and get it up on there, which was kind of tricky, but really maybe like a 4-hour job. So all in all, I like it. Hopefully it works good, so we'll take it out for a spin quick. So the test run went good. Everything seems like it's pretty tight, so we're ready to roll. Thanks for watching.